My rapid fire Paris Fashion Week opinions as a creative director who works in the beauty and fashion industries. Starting with the worst of the bunch, Jean-Paul Gaultier by Duran Lantic was an absolute disaster. I say this with the utmost disrespect, but this outfit looks like one of those manly body t-shirts that you buy at the boardwalk. And what in the fifth element is this bullshit? Okay, Speed Racer. You're going to show this at Paris Fashion Week? This is the type of outfit that would get someone eliminated from Project Runway. Now that that's out of the way, we can start talking about some real clothes. I am absolutely obsessed with Michael Ryder's vision for Celine. Based on the collection he debuted for men's, I was expecting it to be really preppy and equestrian, and this is not at all the vision that he's presenting for the woman of Celine. I think a lot of people were really expecting Michael Ryder to lean into kind of that Americana vision that Eddie Slimane carved out while at the head of Celine. To my surprise, I actually think a lot of the looks in the collection reminded me of Phoebe Philo's vision for Celine, which was a complete surprise. I think it's really evident in the clothes, though, that Michael is self-aware enough to identify that that's what people were expecting him to do, so obviously he veered in a different direction. I really wanted to love Antamulamister. They are my absolute favorite design house, and I love Stefano Gallici, but this collection felt a little too free people-y for my comfort. I think the styling just feels a little too overwrought. And I don't know, normally I like these kind of like military style jackets that they do, but this feels really free people-y. I think there were just a lot of ideas happening throughout the collection, and personally, I don't think those pants fit very well. That was a big issue I had with some of the tailoring felt really ill-fitting. I will say though, this fringe moment, absolutely incredible. I'm running out of time. Let's move on to Alaia. This was absolutely beautiful. The use of textures throughout the collection was impeccable. Although perhaps maybe we don't talk about this. It kind of looks like she took American Apparel harem pants and pulled them up over her shoulder. Balenciaga was incredible. Finally, such a breath of fresh air. I really hated Demna, guys, and I love this. Wouldn't be a Pier Paolo debut though without the use of hot pink. And I absolutely loved the styling for this collection. It was so good. This is absolutely stunning. Perfection, no notes. Pier Paolo did a really excellent job of blending Demna with Cristobal and Nicolas Ghesquiere, but I want to see more of his point of view in the future collections that he produces. And then Margiela was a major disappointment. I really wanted to love this collection. I had no idea what was happening. I feel like we're kind of getting somewhere, but this really could have come from any brand. There were some pieces in the collection that were quite striking. Like this was pretty incredible. But I think after Glenn Martin's had such a strong debut for the artisanal collection, this really fell flat in comparison. Ultimately, I think we had some really strong collections and some really strong debuts, but some of the looks left me scratching my head and a little bit confused. I think so far my personal favorites were Alaia. I thought Loewe was great. I loved Celine and I loved Balenciaga. But let's give it up for Louise Trotter at Bottega. That was just brilliant. Let me know if you want a part 2 and let me know your thoughts in the comments.